If you struggle with IBS, there's actually a natural supplement that outperformed prescription medication in a meta-analysis of 51 trials for IBS relief. It actually ranked first, and your doctor probably has never mentioned it. But today, I'm revealing the best 5 supplements for irritable bowel syndrome that actually have the rigorous science behind them, not just influencer hype. So you can finally stop wasting your money on the products that don't work. As a qualified clinical nutritionist, here's what most people don't realize. If you're dealing with bloating, cramping, irregular bowels, and that constant gut discomfort that just does not shift, the right supplement can dramatically reduce IBS symptoms and improve your gut health. And the research is clear. But here's what nobody tells you. Most of what's on the shelves is either underdosed, the wrong strain, or it's just a straight up snake oil. Because supplement companies prioritize profit over results. I'll show you exactly which ones are worth the money. Hi, I'm Leilani. I'm a qualified clinical nutritionist and chef, and I am here to help you improve your gut health in just minutes a day with simplified, science-backed strategies that fit into everyday busy lives. So hit the subscribe button. You want to level up your health week by week. In today's video, you're getting the gut repair amino acid that helped 80% of IBS patients versus just 6% on placebo, the 2 probiotic strains with the strongest clinical evidence for IBS relief, the #1 ranked natural treatment that outperform prescription medication. And if you just want all of this in a one easy reference cheat sheet, grab your free IBS supplement cheat sheet guide. I'll put the links below. It's just got the complete breakdown of the supplements with the IBS type, the exact doses, some brands, and I've got a symptom tracker to help you monitor your progress. And look, I have to be upfront first because this does matter. These supplements have shown great results in clinical trials for IBS treatments, but that doesn't mean they work for everyone. Your gut microbiome is as unique as your fingerprint. So I need you to check with your health practitioner or your integrative doctor before adding new supplements, especially if you're on medication or you have other health concerns, because I want you to get results safely. Okay, let's get into it. #1, L-Glutamine. This is the gut repair secret. And this one really flies under the radar, but the research for treating IBS with glutamine is seriously impressive because L-Glutamine is actually an amino acid that literally fuels your intestinal cells. So you can think of it as repair material for your gut lining. And that's the foundation of digestive health and gut barrier function. And so here's one of the studies that got my attention. IBS-D, the D is for diarrhea or loose stools. Those patients took 15 grams daily for 8 weeks. And the result? 80% responded to treatment versus just 6% on the placebo. That is not a small difference. That is massive. This is one of the most effective natural remedies for IBS backed by science. And it's why bone broth, which is one of the highest sources of glutamine, feels so good on your stomach, unless you have a histamine intolerance, but that is another video. And just let me know in the comments if you're dealing with that. I can do a video on histamine, just let me know. So glutamine works by reducing intestinal permeability, what other people call leaky gut syndrome. And if you've had food poisoning or gastro and that has triggered your IBS symptoms, this one's especially worth trying. So the symptoms that this helps with is, say, frequent or urgent diarrhea, loose stools, abdominal pain, cramping, chronic digestive discomfort, food sensitivities from leaky gut. And the dose that's shown in the trials to work is 5 grams 3 times daily. So that's 15 grams per day. It's tasteless, it's a powder, you mix it in water, take it on an empty stomach. And there are a few people that should not take this if you've got severe liver or kidney disease, history of cancer, anyone taking seizure medication, pregnant, breastfeeding. And another important note, if you have IBS-C, C being constipation, or IBS-M, which is a mixed type, try the next supplement instead. Number 2, Psyllium Husk. So this is soluble fiber and it's a gut regulating fiber. But here's where people get confused about fiber for IBS and gut microbiome health in general. Not all fiber helps IBS. In fact, insoluble fiber, like wheat bran, can actually make symptoms worse and trigger a whole bunch of digestive problems. But soluble fiber for gut health, that's different. And a meta-analysis of 14 trials found psyllium significantly improved global IBS symptoms and digestive function. And actually the British and Canadian guidelines specifically recommend it as a natural treatment for IBS. And here's one of my favorite analogies for how fiber helps IBS. Psyllium is like a gentle sponge moving through your gut. So if you've got constipation, it softens and bulks the stool. For diarrhea, it absorbs the excess water. So it's weirdly helpful for both, which is why it's great for IBS-M, the mixed type, and just overall gut health. And so the main symptoms that it's going to help with, the constipation, hard stools, loose stools, or urgent, abdominal discomfort, bloating, but it's got to be introduced slowly at the right dose, which is low. So you might start with a teaspoon in water, and then you'll work your way up to say 5 to 10 grams daily over 2 weeks. And you have to drink plenty of water. This stuff expands, so you need to drink water for it to work. So it's good for all different types of IBS. It is one of the most versatile supplements for gut health. The people that shouldn't be taking it, and again, check with your doctor, but if you've got a bowel obstruction, difficulty swallowing, anyone with esophageal narrowing, and like I said, the critical component here is you want to take at least 8 ounces of water per teaspoon, because without it, psyllium can actually cause choking or more of like intestinal blockage. Now, I want to know, what is your experience with fiber? Because there's a big spectrum there. So please drop a comment. I read everyone and I'll give you some feedback. Now, I have a small request. If this video helped you cut through the confusion around IBS supplements, hit like, subscribe, drop me a comment. That one click helps me keep showing up for you every single week. And I want to be here to help you. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Peppermint oil, enteric coated. So this is the #1 ranked natural treatment. And here's something wild. A network meta-analysis of 51 trials ranked peppermint oil first in efficacy for IBS symptom improvement. And that's above some prescription medication and other natural IBS remedies. So how does peppermint oil work for IBS? Think of your gut like a cramping muscle during a Charlie horse. The peppermint oil is basically a natural muscle relaxant that stops those painful spasms that make you double over while eating. So it also helps with bloating and gas, obviously the cramping, spasms, post-meal pain, and that feeling of fullness. But here's what you gotta know. It must be enteric coated capsules. Otherwise, it dissolves in your stomach and causes nasty heartburn. And the clinical dose shown is about 180 to 225 milligrams, 2 to 3 times daily, 30 minutes before meals. It is best for the IBS-D and IBS-M. And who shouldn't take it if you experience reflux or GERD, those with hiatal hernia, anyone with gallstones, bile duct obstructions, pregnant, breastfeeding women. But most people notice relief within 1 to 2 weeks for digestive symptoms. So you could give it 4 weeks to evaluate if it's helping your IBS and gut health. But I do not recommend supplements long term. They're just to kind of help your body bounce back, and then you go in with diet and lifestyle strategies. Now, before I get into the 2 best probiotic strains, I want to mention that supplements are helpful for managing IBS symptoms. but they're not always addressing why your gut is struggling in the first place. So if you are dealing with ongoing bloating, irregular bowels, chronic gut inflammation, or symptoms that keep coming back, no matter what you try, it's likely a gut microbiome dysbiosis at the root of it. And that's exactly why I created my Gut Reset and Repair program. It's a step-by-step protocol designed for busy people who want real solutions for gut healing. So I'll put the links below, go and check it out. Number 4 and 5 are together, because this is about the right probiotic strains and not just any probiotic. And this is important because most probiotics for IBS are basically expensive pee. But there are 2 specific strains that have solid clinical evidence for treating irritable bowel syndrome. Now, one of them is Bifidobacterium longum 35624. And in trials, just 100 million CFU daily reduced abdominal pain, bloating, and gas in IBS patients. So a tiny dose made a big difference to the gut microbiome balance. You can find them in supplements like Meta-Align or Alflolex. So it's good for all the IBS types, particularly those with pain and bloating. Now the second strain is Lactobacillus plantarum 299V. 214 IBS patients showed 78% rated their symptom relief as good or excellent just after 4 weeks. So you can find that in Swiss Ultibiotic or LifeSpace IBS support. And the symptoms that it helps with is the abdominal pain, frequency and severity, bloating, the fullness, feeling of incomplete evacuation, which is more annoying than it sounds. And it just normalizes stool frequency. So it's best for IBS-D and IBS-M. Now the dose here is a bit higher. You want to follow the product instructions, but typically 10 billion CFU for this one. And there are some people that I don't recommend it. So if you're severely immunocompromised, you shouldn't take it. Anyone with short bowel syndrome, people with damaged heart valves, or those in recent surgery. So you want to wait a couple of weeks. And here's my clinical tip for gut microbiome health. Try one strain or supplement for 4 to 8 weeks, and then keep this symptom diary for the IBS relief tracking. So if nothing changes, then try something else. Obviously, if you experience any undesirable symptoms, you have to stop immediately because your microbiome and digestive system are unique, and what works for someone else may not work for you. And again, if you want that breakdown cheat sheet for the supplements and the doses and the symptom tracker, it's in the links below. I've also added an additional supplement more for gut inflammation, which is a big deal if you've got dysbiosis and IBS. And good gut health isn't about buying everything on the shelf. It's about choosing the right supplements and foods for your IBS type and giving it a bit of time. So you've got this. Drop a comment, tell me which one you're going to try first. And until next time, love your guts.